There's one last topic we need to talk about, and that topic is evaluating functions right here. And it's actually something I think you guys really know about. Really, it's just plugging in values for certain variables and figuring out what the outcome is. That's what evaluate means, is to plug it in. So in this situation, we have this function f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 3x. And we want to evaluate this function for two things, when x is equal to 3, and then we want to evaluate it for x equals negative 2 and see what we get. So here's how you write that. You say f of 3, because we're going to take this 3 and we're going to plug it in for the x, is equal to, well, once you plug it in for the x, you got to plug it in for this x here and this x here. So we get 2 times 3 squared minus 3 times 3. Now that we're at this point, it's all about simplifying it down. This is 2 times 9 minus 3 times 3. This is 18 minus 9. And this is equal to 9. So f of 3 is equal to 9. There you go. Not too bad, right? Let's try this one right here. We're going to evaluate for our negative 2. So since we're evaluating for negative 2, we're going to be plugging negative 2 into this formula right here for our f of x or for our x values. So take this negative 2, plug it in here for our x there, and x there. So we have f of negative 2 is equal to 2 times negative 2 squared minus 3 times negative 2. Now I need to tell you something. You've got to be careful with this negative 2 squaring it, okay? Remember, if you were to put this in your calculator, do not put it in like this, negative 2 squared. If you put it in your calculator like that, it most likely will say it is negative 4, which is wrong. It's not negative 4. When you square negative 2, it's squaring this whole thing, and a negative times a negative would be positive 4. So word to the wise, don't do that. Okay. Now that I've done ranted about that, let's get back to what we were really at, and we're trying to find f of negative 2. So we have 2 times negative 2 squared, 4, minus 3 times negative 2. Well, that's just plus 6. We'll make it a plus 6 there. This is equal to 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6 is equal to 14. So we have f of negative 2 equals 14. And that's pretty much how you evaluate. If you put it all together, really what you're doing is when it says evaluate a certain function for a certain number, you're just taking that number and you're plugging it in for the variables that that number goes along with. So not too bad. And then it's just all PEMDAS at the end, right? You got to use your PEMDAS correctly. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. These happen at the same time. These happen at the same time. So you guys, great job on this lesson. Let's answer these questions right down there and keep on working hard.